last place boys.
Down here in the bottom right. And his opponent in the top left. Our Terran player is moving on the board. Makes a nice racer
That's the first time I've ever seen like not being distracted there.
This is where it all matters now here for MMA, and as much as the pressure's on him, Artosis like already deciding to take the game into his own hands here. He's moving out with the drone very, very early, and from what we saw against Tasia, we might have an insight into what we're going to see.
Do you think that this is going to be a proxy match, or maybe is he trying to just scout and see what's going on?
Artosis, I think it's going to be a proxy hatch.
Oh my god, that would just be awesome. I would love to see it. Is John though kind of sitting there on well, I mean, that's closer to MMA than the hatchery is base, so in some manner speaking, you're right.
I wish it was what we thought it could have been. But let's come back here. The game's going to just be a standard one here. Reaper opening coming out from MMA. And he's going to be trying to figure out, of course, what life's up to. What are some of the key components here for MMA to really think about, playing in these positions on this map?
Well, you know, you do have that wide open choke point at your natural base, so it can be hard to actually wall that off quickly against quick speeding attacks or anything like that. Of course, where do you take your third base is one of the biggest questions here. Do you kill the rocks and go down? Just like right there. One full observer showing us here. I believe that is Funka. And do you take maybe the gold base, which is to the left there, which is, you know, the gold base though is a little bit crazy. You can see it is so easy to attack it from all angles, from high ground, behind the minerals. It's a hard one to take, but again, that's why I feel like this is a life map. That's the type of base you can take as a Zerg and stay on the aggressive side of things and, you know, get an advantage.
Yeah, just remember the way that the map order was selected is Life chose map 1, won it, and then he won his opponent's map, and then got to choose the third map, which we're in currently. And Life wanted to play Foxtrot, as you said, plays to his strengths.
Well, right now we do have a Reaper coming in. Of course, Reaper's quite good on this map, going to be able to scout what's going on as well as have a bunch of jump-in points, so it can be quite annoying to deal with these. I don't expect it's going to do a lot of damage though.
Shouldn't get too much done. There is a drone, it's very low on health. It's natural, it's going to be hunted down. And these two Zergers here for protection as they chase around the gas here, taking a lot of damage themselves though. They're very close to be killed here.
Gets a Zergling, but it looks like that's it for now. Very, very close. Great micro by both sides.
Comes in and tries to poke in, but will have to return out here. Single gas by MMA. At this point, he usually is looking to take a second one. He's moving right into position again to deny scouting, and there is the second gas coming in. So MMA not really playing to the more standard of openings.
Yeah.
We see the single gas and third command center just a safer, well not really safer, but more economy focused.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta say, even though this isn't quite as standard, and even though MMA has lost both previous games, I like what he's doing, Apollo, opening up with a Reaper into a little bit more tech. I feel like that's something that's good against Life. You know, a lot of times Life goes low eco, or goes for something that's so greedy that you can punish it with a build like this, but so far, MMA just hasn't been able to put anything together.
Well, MMA is going to try the same build that he used in the previous game again. He's got 2 Quitter Mines on the way. Of course, the Star Loader and the Medivac's going to follow. See what success he can get. He didn't really get anything from this game, and then he walked into that attack of Life. The Overlord, trying to figure out what's going on. Come in. He's going to scout his Overlord again here.
Very good scout, especially considering he hasn't seen those gases. Really tells him a whole lot.
4 additional Zerglings do get made. His response to the starport previously is still to get that Baneling nest quite early, just in case we want to see how that's. Only a couple of extra drones, but mostly Zerglings here, and here comes the drop.
Alright, this time, you know, he does have a little bit more in that medevac with those 4 brains as well. Just a slight variation on what we saw in that last game. In the meantime, Light is pushing screen, destroying these rocks, and defend that third base as well. But he's really got to be careful here about this drop. Once again, the Widow Mines are quite a threat because there's no detection for Zerg yet.
Right now, we've got MMA, who's pulling the attention of life towards the second and third base with his Helens and Reaper. And then he's planning to go inside the main base here. The medivac called neutral.
Feel any better?
Here it comes. It's going to boost into the Widow Mines.
Oh, one Widow Mine gets down, and it does in fact grow. The Queen goes up. Looks like she'll take the shot. The other Widow Mine, oh, he's not dropping. Kind of a delay here by MMA, but he does drop out that Widow Mine, and kill. A very nice shot.
Very good there. And the Queen decides to take this as well. These four Marines doing the work. And the people are going to go down here. So an excellent, successful job there from MMA.
Certainly it is. The Speedling's coming in with the Queens will, in fact, clean this up, but he had to make spores. He had to, ooh, that's really close. That's really close. That was a bit nerve-wracking, Apollo.
Close comfort there. So damage dealt there by MMA. It's a good start for him. Of course, if that had gone wrong,
What happened to Catalina?
seriously, it's worse and worse and worse. But good start. He's got his upgrades on the way. Noticeably, no advanced there, if I'm not mistaken, from what I can tell from the minimap here. It's pure barracks. It's pure production. It's a single engineer. And he is just ramping up his unit production. Very, very well in this game.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to go for a massive attack here, Apollo. This could be a scary one for Life to try to hold on against. But you know what? Life is getting on. Those should finish up right around the time that MMA is really pressuring. So at least his upgrades are going well.
That's Catalina for you, right?
I feel like this type of attack is very easy to deal with if you like. If you know what's going on. He's got no indication. He's got no overlord close to MMA. He's got no way to scout this out. The only way he's going to do it is if he builds an overseer or sneaks his earthly in. The layer's not close. His pressure is continuing. And Life is going to be going through a lot of drones at this point because you're expecting the third advantage, you're expecting the double engineering bay. But it is the complete opposite here. That single Zergling on the other side of the map could be one way that he gets a scout on this. But if he doesn't, he will get stung by this.
You are so right, Apollo. We see drone after drone after drone created here by Life, just kind of refilling, getting his army, his economy going. But where is his army? He doesn't have much to speak of. He is starting bathing speed, he is getting a spire, and even taking a fourth base. But I gotta tell you, that fourth base is never gonna live against a build like this from MMA.
Absolutely not. The armory's coming in, so we can build Hellbats with this mix as well. But here comes another drop that's going to continue the pressure here. Any kill, any way to slow down Life is going to increase the value of this next push that's going to come out here. And look at that position of these Marines here.
That drone just being in
Boy, yeah!
MMA as well. Oh, Life is up against it right now. This is a very difficult time. Bailey's up being what? Bailey's speed must be very close to finishing as well. He's lost 13 drones and this is lost a lot of units as well. Here is the main attack.
Look at this supply of all. Right now, MMA in the lead by 50 supply. He's done a ton of damage to Life. His army is so scary with these Hellbats. With this close an attack, he's pushing for it, and I don't know that Life can stop it.
If MMA does not make this work, he's got not a lot left in this game. He needs to make it work, and it looks like he can. He's got so many units here. Bailey's really finished. Can they get the detonation? Slice to the right to try to help out.
A beautiful fight there by Life ability, and that's still Hellbats left. A beautiful fight from here by MMA, picking up those Hellbats.
Marines here without combat shields.
I dare you to make
still going to do his work. And he is right back in this.